BL Heli. I was trying to use it and it just crashed the whole machine. It froze. It froze and it just froze the operating system. So that's not working. But what I want to do is I want to try and take this drone. As you can see, we in the previous video, we changed the settings in BetaFlight. Nothing happened. But let's just see if it flies. But before we let it fly, I want to open up. BetaFlight again and see what happens. I believe this was the version BetaFlight, an earlier version of BetaFlight. Actually, I'll have to quit because it's not working. And just show you guys because what I was trying to do before it crashed. All right, so we'll click close, and then I'm going to click connect. At least I would try to click connect. Let's quit it again. At least it shows that we're connected, which is a good sign. Halfway there, right? Not all the way there, but halfway there. Okay. Click close. Connecting. Bummer. Let's try doing this. Wait, it lets me. There we go. Ah, now it connected. All right, so disconnecting and connecting, it worked. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the motors tab and I'm going to turn this on. Okay, and now before I turn it on, I'll let you guys see which motors are spinning. Which ones aren't spinning. Actually, they're all spinning, so there really is no problem in that area. Oops. It's just really tricky. Interesting. Battery's at 1%. It's going to die. But you could watch the other video and see. I'll have to charge this and maybe do a simulation again. But I will definitely see if this flies. I have to quit this. And then we'll check it out. Because for that, you don't need my phone. No way it disconnected. But you'll just have to, I could just move that camera so that you guys can see. Or maybe, just maybe if I do it right, it should just take off from here because I've gotten better with my flying skills. All right, sort of. It also depends on the rates too. Like if the motors didn't change visually there, but might have changed there, because the software is messed up. That can throw off everything. But we'll find out. Let's see. So yeah, you want to make sure you're in angle mode. The reason why the drone kept flipping over when I was trying to do it like a snake charmer was because it was an acro. So apparently in acro mode, it just goes, it's acrobatic. So that's why it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. I was like, wow, that's so weird. It kept flipping. Then it was too late because I looked in the goggles. I forget what video that was. I think that was the last video of Pavo not working or something, which is a bummer because it would have been nice for you guys to see that. I could probably do it with this one if it's working. But I want to let it just work its magic and do its thing, supposedly. But I wonder if the firmware actually will, if you did a dump with the firmware, if it would actually restore the motors, right? What I'll do is thankfully I got off today. Okay, it's connecting. Okay, there we go. Remember, you don't have a lot of time. Nice, everything works. Yep, it's in angle mode. I will put these in a safe place under the desk. And now let's see. Yeah, wow, bummer. The Get Bar seat you could do this with easily. Yep, it works. Wow, you see how smooth it is? Not bad, but the Get RC is more fluid. It actually holds steadier. So you can get away with what I'm trying to do right now. Let's see. Whoops. Yeah, so it works. Pretty cool. Let me try that again, though. See if I can do better. All right, so you saw I changed in the previous video. I changed the motor rotations, and it didn't take. So yeah, Beta FP. I have to read his notes because I couldn't see, but maybe he suggested another software. Let's see. It'll go left. Returns. Let's see now if I could. Whoops. Yeah, about that. I forgot. I didn't have the goggles on. So like that way is that way and this way is that way. Okay, let's see. Hopefully that didn't break. Still works. One of the games we built. The last thing you want to do is start fixing stuff when you're trying to test. But we know, at least now we know. All right, so back is that way, not the other way. It's weird how you try to fly forwards when you need the goggles to go backwards. All right, there we go. Everything's good to go. I'm going to try and go back. Nice. Whoops. See, I was able to control it. All right, so now we know that BetaFlight can't be used to configure the motors, which is a bummer. Maybe Beta FPV has that on lockdown. I don't know. So at least now I don't have to waste time on that. And then, it is what it is. Nothing we can do. No matter how hard you try to reconfigure it in there, you can, but nothing goes to the chip and nothing saves actually. And then it doesn't create that fluid experience where you can see it happening in real time. But I wonder if there are other settings in there. So this was with BetaFlight 10.8.0. Actually, let me take the battery out because we need that. So it doesn't really matter anymore. Wow, that sucks. So much for the motor rotation video. Well, we have this, right? But also motor rotation because I want to, when we build the other drone back, when we put Humpty Dumpty back together again, I guess we won't be able to do a motor setting because Beta FPV, is that right? Somehow has it in there and it's just locked in. The secret recipe is locked in. We don't want you changing your motors. They're like, you shall not pass. Maybe it's in the firmware. Maybe it's in the secret sauce. I don't know. But the proof is in the pudding. We just did it in real time. And it is what it is. It's disappointing because I would have liked to have been able to tune it. Like, oh, wow, that's so cool. Look at that. That makes it go this way. This makes it go that way. But maybe I'll never have that experience unless I get a real quad, right? The real drone, the real bummer. Maybe I'll try it again. I don't know. Oh wow, I messed up. I forgot to see if there was anybody in the chat. By default, all this just load automatically. Like your chat windows. Instead, you got to open. Oh, no one's there anyway, so that's fine. So basically, I'm doing the stream in the restream app instead of using restream experience in the browser instead of using the app. And it seems to be pretty good, but I still have to experiment with the stream and do try it now with the OBS Intel version. And maybe and that one just opens when I download the other one for silicone. See, that just opened. It usually asks me, hey, do you want to run it in safe mode? and it always crashed. And this time I crashed in the previous video, but that's because I opened up BL Heli, which isn't supported on this operating system, and it just froze the machine. So I had to do a reboot. But yesterday I did a stream, and the working through Chrome worked. And today I did a stream working through Chrome worked until I opened up the wrong application. And then maybe later on I'll do another stream with with this one. It's like really soft over here. I guess that's the empty part. So yeah, the batteries came. I should have just waited, right? But I didn't know. I didn't know things were gonna start blowing up. All right, so we have that. What else are we gonna do? I have to do some stuff before I can begin another video. I have to tidy up because we have people coming over. I mean, I have to tidy up in here, but I just have to get stuff ready. And then when I'm done, maybe tonight, if we're lucky, we'll do the rebuild of the Pavo 20, and looks like we won't have to do a motor tuning, even if we install the motors, because like I said, they provide the white glove treatment, and they're like, don't worry, we'll take care of it for you. We do it, don't worry about it, forget about it. They got you covered. Just buy our drones and we ship them from China. So it's a bummer though, but I'm gonna try. So that was what that version of BetaFlight. Actually, you know what? BetaFlight 10.8. Let me take some notes and see how it works. BetaFlight 10.8. Okay, we'll say BetaFlight 10.8.0. NW not working. See, I got all ready too. I had my chart for which way the motor should spin, if it's this way or that way, because in this case you can't do it like your regular FPV drone. You have to do it like that when it's facing this way, because this way's up, whereas in the other drones the motors are up facing that way. So if that makes any sense, upside down, NV stands for normal view. So I was gonna okay, so it's spinning this way when it's that way, and that way when it's this way. Get it? Because on the quadcopters, it doesn't, the motors are installed differently. So you would have to look at it in normal view. So this would be your normal view, right? But for this one, it's these drones with the prop guards around it, you would be looking at it this way, but it would be in the upside down view if you were this way. So for this one, in other words, like this, right? Because that's the best way to look at it when you have it installed, when you have it basically, to make it easy for you to understand. See how it's taken apart? But the frame's on it. If the frame's not on it, you're going to be looking at it this way, upside down. So that means that this one is number 4, and then this one is number 2, right? Because remember, it's reversed. And so basically you're like, it's reversed. Because when it's upside down, what's that sound? Oh, I guess that was my thingy. Because that's the only way to do it if it's upside down and to make it accessible. So basically I'll take out the frame, which was how I was doing it before. Because when you take before you put it together, you want to make sure the motors are spinning. And in this case, imagine me screwing this back on, and then after soldering it, realizing that, hey, you forgot a spot, then I got to do this again. So knowing that and moving forward, you can only spin the motors the opposite direction, not the opposite way, like the right side up instead of, upside down instead of right side up. So basically, see, that comes off, but now I can spin the motors, right? So if you look in the previous videos, this was here and the other one was there. So now I can spin the motors. So because remember the O3 air unit goes right there. So now in order to test the motors, You got to test it that way. See that? So now you go back to the chart or in the BetaFlight, whatever works for you. But if your internet's down, I took notes. Always take notes. This is my laboratory notebook. So now when it's upside down, right, this is 4. So 4 should be going that way. But actually, when it's in normal view, right, see, 4 is reversed. So it should still be spinning the other way. See, where is 4? This one's 4. See, now this one's 4. See, but in reverse, it's going to be spinning that way. So you would think that it's wrong, but it's not. So that then what I would do is I'd hold it like this, right, really tight. I wonder if duct tape would work, and then test the motors that way, and then make sure this is up. But then you don't have to worry about it hitting anything. But it doesn't matter because no matter what position you put it in, it's not going to push it to it anyway. So I guess maybe it's designed for bigger drones, like the real ones. It's like, that's not a drone. That's a beginner's toy. All right. So yeah, bummer. I guess I'll put this one away. And still waiting for more parts to come with some of the other stuff. Oh, this one goes here. So I can fix one of the games. One of the kids broke their games. So I have to, the one that we built, I don't know if they broke it or it was problems with one of the connectors, but I managed to figure it out. So I ordered a new 9-volt thingy. So basically now, if you put, it's on its way. But apparently, I put one wire there, one wire there. If I press one button, it should work. Yep. See? Now it works. So it was a problem with one of the connectors. But now I have to wait for the part to come to fix that. Oh, but the stuff for the lights came, which is really cool. So I'm going to do that later. Maybe we experiment, build one of the lights. Because I really love these lights. These lights are just phenomenal. These colors are really easy on the eyes. And now I just have to figure out. We'll do it later. But on here, on this one, the positive is positive and negative is negative, which is, it's pretty straightforward. But because the other one has a switch, the yellow and red, I think, go together. And the ground is always going to be ground. But so basically you're turning on the switch and just completing the connection. But with this, see, it's just 2 wires. So I'm going to make one like this. And then I'm going to put it, I'll do that one live and see how that works live stream wise. And then I'm going to put the other one, the longer one, this is a paint stick. It was just $6. These are free. You can get them from Home Depot. They just give them away. And there's no limit to how many you can take. So I'm going to take the other LED strip and then just put it on here. I might need a little bit longer one, and then just hot glue it on once it's working. And then that one's going to go over there. And then I have like these little, where's the other one? I have one here. Oh, maybe it's in the bag. Yeah, it's in there. And then I'm just going to like have it here. And then when I want to turn it on, I just go on and off. Lights on, lights off, which is really cool. And this was just like freaking, this was $199. Batteries we've had. I just might have to get a rechargeable one, but they should last a long time. And the light was $6. Whereas like if you want lights like that, they, like the real lights, they're expensive. They're like $60, $100 or whatever, but now I have like some cool lighting systems for pennies on the dollar, which is really cool. Whereas this one, so this one, and the good thing, the lights didn't blow out when the flight controller blew up. Where's this one? Because I thought it was gone for good, but it's not. This one I have rigged, which is pretty cool. I just use painter's tape, but I figured, hey, why not just get a switch? Because then sometimes, so I put the red and the yellow go together, and the ground stays to ground. And then now when I plug it in, I have a little cool lamp. If I can figure out how to put it in, you'll see the light. It'll be really bright. Nope. Oh, there we go. See, I have to press, but I love this color. It's so cool. See, I have to rig it. So I'm going to solder that together. Maybe I'll heat sink it so that it just binds with the other one. But this one's going back on the drone, so I can't heat sink anything. But at least we know it didn't blow on the explosion. Which once I charge my phone, I'll share that with you guys so you can see everything. Because I want to take some parts from there that are salvageable, like the cable, the rubber dampers, and what else? I don't know. Whatever can be salvaged. Because a lot of times when you want a part like that, or the motors are still good. I think 3 of the motors are still good. You can't buy one. They're like, oh, we have to buy the 6-pack or the 4-pack. So I'll just put those pieces in I had it around here somewhere. I'll just put them in a Ziploc bag and just put them away. And then when I know that this bag is for that, those parts. Oh, speaking of parts, these are the rubber dampeners. Really small. But they come in handy because sometimes I've seen on some of the forums and threads where people are looking for them because they either break when you crash and you have to buy 50 instead of 4. I just want one, and they'll take the rest apart later, like the other parts to the flight controller, and then just bag it. And I need to get a new one of these. The tin thing. Apparently, it's like everything's caking on, and I just replaced this. Believe it or not. Maybe it has to be turned over. Yeah, maybe I'll just turn it over. No, it's pretty goopy in there. Anyway, when you do a lot of soldering, stuff like that happens. And that's it for this live stream. Well, sorry it didn't work out. I got to get ready for the day, and hopefully tonight, definitely next week. By next week, we'll have that drone put back together. And FPV unknown, thanks for those rates for the motor tuning. But maybe we'll get it working on another drone, or I'll try BetaFlight now that we know 10.8 is out of the question. You can turn it, spin it wherever you want, but won't push it. Maybe I'll try 10.9. Yeah, and then if I know 10.10 doesn't work because that was the first one I started with. So 10.9 is next. So we know 10.8 and 10.10 doesn't work. So now we're going to try 10.9 and see if that does anything to the motors. But you know what? I'm going to send an email to, they reply back. Anthony. Everyone's Anthony at BetaFlight. Can you imagine like dating Anthony, being his wife or his girlfriend? Hi, it's Susie. Is Anthony there? Who's calling his wife? And now everyone's Anthony. So everyone picks up the phone and they're like, hello, 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 Yeah, because it's hard to believe one person is the main person for support in that one company. But when you get your discount code, it actually comes from someone else. So Anthony handles support, and the discount code comes from someone else, which is where they sent it to. I have to check it and see. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta get started with the day. Even though I have the day off today, I still have stuff to do. But I will be back. Still, I need to test the live stream software. I need to organize some stuff since people are coming. And that's it. Ciao.